Lady Duck basketball, they are on the road right now. They have 6 straight victories. They dominated Burton and Lampasas this last week, 2 non-district games.
Yes,
they're back on the road against Giddings. Talk about how great this team has been.
Man, they are really coming together collectively, especially on defense. They look fantastic, and the momentum is going to really carry forward into these district games, especially if they want to run the table and make a deep run in the playoffs. I really love what Coach Lawrence Bailey's doing.
All right. And then on the other side, the boys, they got back in the win column. They beat Austin Travis. Unfortunately, they fell to McCallum, but they're getting ready to have another district game against Giddings. Quincy, what do they need to do heading into this game?
Well, first of all, good on the victory. Kind of fell short on the loss, but to get that victory going as they continue district, Treyarch Richardson is going to need some help from a couple other players. Also, they're going to have to come together on defense and communicate, just seeing some of the previous games. So we look forward to them growing and getting better as they continue in the district race.
All right. So both teams are on the road against Giddings this weekend. Let's move on down to Hutto. So over the break, both the Hippos and the Lady Hippos were in tournaments. The Lady Hippos went 2-2 at the Cap Rock Classic in Lubbock, and the boys went 2-1 at the Round Rock Tournament. So the girls are on the road against Corpus Cole Friday, and the boys are at home for senior night against Corpus Cole. Yeah. So y'all stay right there, and we will be right back.
We're across the street from the 1890 Ranch next to Jimmy John's. And remember, when you see this face, you're in the right place.
Shout out to the live studio audience one more time. All right, so Brown basketball. They had their first loss at the Brownwood tournament. They lost to 25-ranked Wellington. Quincy, why should they still have their confidence?
Because early season rankings are overrated. The Tigers are probably one of the top teams in 2A right now, just based on their record and their body of work. So looking for big things from them as they continue in their district race. Excellent job up in the tournament.
All right. And they actually picked up a big win last night over Bartlett, but they will travel to Holland this week. And the Tigerettes, they beat up on Bartlett last night also, and they will travel to Holland this week, this Friday. So, yeah, y'all clap for that. All right, now over to Granger. The Lady Lions, they had a big game last night. Andrew, you talked about this with me off camera. So talk about this big win that they picked up.
This is monumental going forward. I mean, if you going on the road to take out Thorndale, come back from the deficit they did, win by 2 on the road. Shout out to Montana Moore, 20 points last night to lead them to victory.
All right.
Shout out to Lady Lions.
All right, so they return home for a district game January 9th against Bartlett. And the boys, they picked up a win on Saturday, and they will be back home January 9th against Bartlett as well. So one more thing we're going to say here. The Granger girls varsity cheer team, Granger varsity cheer team, my bad, they will be at the UIL Spirit State Tournament.
Wow.
January 4th and 6th. So shout out to them. They're going to Fort Worth. They're going to do well out there. So speaking of cheerleading, Quincy, you have a fact of the week for us this week.
Yes. So the first NFL professional cheerleading team, professional, no, it's a key word, professional team was from no other organization but the How About Them Cowboys?
The most unprofessional team in sports.
Okay, now they weren't the first cheerleader team, but they were the first professional team.
Not the first.
I will see y'all next week.
Coach.
Get up to speed with Hutto Fast Lube. We do oil changes, state inspections, brakes, tire repairs, and more. Right now, you can get $5 off any oil change or $10 off any flush or fluid change for new customers. But you must mention that you saw this ad on Around the Water Cooler. Hutto Fast Lube is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to noon.